How y'all doing? Happy Wednesday. All right. Oh, no, I started YouTube. Huh, weird. All right. What do we got? We're doing this. Whatever this is. Spring garden. Boy, busy, busy, busy. I'm going to be working through the weekend. I can tell you that right now. I am going to be working through this weekend. So I might not be streaming at all this weekend. We shall see. Or I may just try to like work late tonight and do some stuff and just suffer. We'll see. Anyway, how's it going? Daioh, how are you doing? Wait, you haven't had your interview yet? Oh, you'll do great. Good luck. When's your interview? You said it was today. It's like you haven't had it yet? That's nerve-wracking. All day waiting. Goshi, good to see you. Corin, how are you doing? What, you don't know about things? What's that? The color scheme of some of these are terrible. What, you mean the startup screens? Like these? This. Oh, the crochet squares. Yeah, I don't know what they're... Right, it's like spring garden. Oh, so I have to use a really obnoxious green. And those are supposed to be flowers, I guess. Your interview's in 15 minutes. All right. Knock them dead. Not literally. Unless, if by literally you mean figuratively, then literally kill them. Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't want to start with the purple. I want to start with the gray. Remember, apparently literal, one of the definitions of literally now is figuratively. Break a leg, literally. And by literally, I mean figuratively. Oh, man. I've got choir practice today. I really don't want to go. I'm dreading driving in this. It's still the crazy shit I see on the road just walking in is like horrifying. Like I don't want to be driving with these people. Lumi, how are you doing? Oops. Eight, 9. Okay, there we go. Do. I need to add new sounds and stuff to that. It's been forever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still recovering from Monday's migraine. Oof, I'm sorry. That does not sound pleasant. One, two, three. One, two, three. This paper that I've had due, I'm finally realizing like how far behind I am. And really, I just need like a couple focused days of being able to write without being distracted constantly. So what it likely means is I'm going to have to work this weekend to catch up. You managed to get some things done today. Hey, there we go. Yeah, I know. Lots of crying. I've got lots of reasons to cry. How about you? What are your reasons to cry? Let's do something happy today. How about happy? What are happy reasons? Okay, what are the, what, is this supposed to be like popcorn stitch or something? I don't know what this is supposed to be. Popcorn, not pafu pafu. Or is that reason your reason for being happy? Okay. Let's consult le manuel. Consult Manuel. Who's Manuel? Popcorn stitch. Popcorn stitch. 5 double crochet in stitch. Make loop on hook slightly bigger, remove hook, then insert hook back into the loop on the first double crochet and pop loop back onto the hook 2. This is the worst description ever. Tighten elongated loop, then yarn over and draw to complete, make one chain complete. That was one of the worst descriptions I have ever read for a popcorn stitch. Remove hook, then insert hook back into the top of the first stitch and pop loop back on the hook too. Oh my gosh. Do the thing and then do the thing before the thing with the thing. Can we chaos the flavor, I guess? What would you like to chaos it to? Okay, so we're gonna do five double crochets. Okay, and then we go into the first one, put this back on, and then we sort of do this, right? Yeah, and then you chain one. Is it really any different? I guess it makes it more poofy, hence the popcorn. Okay, and then I guess that chain one doesn't count as the chain two. I guess that chain one doesn't count as the chain two. Yes? No? Yes? No? Yes? No? Coffee. Migraine sucks, I know. Use those cry emotes. I've been using that in so many other streams. I gigantify it. It's great. It works so well as a gigantified emote. Reading the email from work, oh no. There we go. Definitely level up from the old cry, yeah. As much as I love the old emote. This is a good one. More impact, yeah. It's also got a tighter, like the zoom in on the face, right? So you can get more detail of the face rather than trying to fit a whole head in the frame. That helps a lot with emotes, right? The space is so small that always trying to fit like a whole figure inside of it doesn't work. I came up with a fun idea for an animated emote. I need to send it to Womble to see if he would want to do it. So let me just leave it at that. There may be more horrible things coming our way. Okay, so there's our popcorn stitches. Yeah, exactly. Not impressed. Thank you. Agree. I read Akira and Jujutsu Kaisen off stream last night, and the only regret I have in doing that was that no one got to live see my reaction to the swans. So here, let me show it. Let me share it with you today. I got to reveal this on stream as I was reading. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this here. That was probably the best part about the whole chapter. You finished Bleach anime? Now to decide what's next. Ah, good luck. You can't unsee that? Perfect. Suffer. You're not sure where that story is going. I can guarantee you it didn't go the way... It's not going the way you imagine. Okay. Apparently I'm going to double crochet in here. JJK is on your watch list, but you don't know? Or to be watched? Well, I'm sure it's wonderful to watch. I'm sure it's wonderful to watch. The funny thing about what's going on in, oh, wait a minute, what? Oh, right. Wait, no, that's not right. Oh no! No! I don't know, has anyone else here watched Jujutsu Kaisen, the anime? Can you confirm or deny? You wanted to. Okay. Way too many cooking shows to watch. Well, you know, Jujutsu Kaisen is a cooking show in its own way. Did not watch it. You heard the ending is pretty bad. Oh, for the manga? Or because the anime is not done yet. You hear the manga are better in general for more in-depth lore details. We don't have the patience to read. Yeah, no, don't. I mean, I don't have the patience to read it in Japanese, and holy crap, man. Everyone's cooked? Kinda. Pretty much. You heard this too? Oh no. I can't wait. There's nothing better than suffering through a series this long and this painful to come to like a shitty ending. We are in essence reading, right, it's 30 volumes, but because we're reading it every other day, we're in essence reading it like it's a 60 volume. Which means that we've been reading it over a year. It's like 270 chapters, right? So if we do a chapter a day, that's almost a year. But again, we're doing every other day, so it's really more like 2 years to read through this. A general fact that everyone agrees on? No! It's because they're not true fans. You all suck. Oh, I've done too many chains there. True believers. We're the Stanley true believers. The true believers. The true Justin Biebers. At our current rate, we should be finishing Jujutsu Kaisen, I think, by the end of March. So we'll have another. I think we'll see what we do. We'll see what we do, but I'm gonna offer Dragon Ball the Dragon Ball reread, just Dragon Ball, not Z, so that I can get those videos up on YouTube. Also, I'm going to offer rereading Demon Slayer. But see, like, I don't know. My sense now is I don't think people want to watch manga reading on stream. So I'm a little bit more torn about like what we read. Either that, or I've got to find ways to make like manga reading more interactive or something, in a way that doesn't necessarily derail too much from the reading. Genre-wise, you might pick something more light-hearted-ish. Oh yeah, okay. Like more slice of life, or you definitely don't want Chainsaw Man. You love that Guardian has an article on the Mediterranean diet lowering the chance of stroke by 25 and have an avocado in the picture of the food. Come on, Goshi, that avocado-based Mediterranean diet. Yes, those Grecian avocados. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll go ahead and ask the obnoxious American question, which is, what even constitutes a Mediterranean diet? Like olives, olive oil, pine nuts, feta cheese, salads, tomatoes, air, water. Water is a very critical part of the Mediterranean diet. Fish, grains, any particular grains or just any grains? Do you have to wander the aisle of the grocery store going, grains, grains? Sea breeze to salt in the dishes. Oh, I see. Pulses. Mustaches. Pistachios. Pistachios. Please tell me pistachio. Sardines. Yeah, water. Incorporating a social active lifestyle with water as the primary drink. Water and wine. All the references that you found are from American health clinics. Well, that's because no one else would call it the Mediterranean diet, right? If you're in the Mediterranean, you just call it food. Mediterranean diet is a concept proposed in 1975. It's older than me by 1 year. American biologist Ansel Keys and chemist Margaret Keys. It was even weirder than you thought. You're not pursuing any... Like, don't damage your brain any more than you already have. For the love of God. Brain already damaged, beyond repair. Okay, see... Like, this looks pretty square. Well, okay, now it doesn't. I just stretched it out. I really don't... I'm supposed to do one more row of color than gray. You can tell how enthused I am with this one. This subject is totally cursed. Come now. What did the American biologist and American chemist think was in the Mediterranean, actual Mediterranean diet? They do... Oh, you do often bring the Mediterranean diet. Okay. Your region follows the Burgundian diet. What's that? Fries? Fries and shawarma? Fried butter and butter. Sold. You had me at fried. You can't deny butter is a core ingredient to everything. There we go. I mean... Yeah, it's just gotta point it out. It's more key for some than others, I guess. More key to French cooking. Oh. If I were to implement... I'm not going to implement stream avatars, but if I were going to implement something like it, what would you like the avatar representation to be? A stick of butter? That seems very, very banal. High caloric. Oops. No. Okay, that was close. The zombie Julia child. Oh, poor Julia. Naked Julia child. I mean, we could. Please no. But so clothed zombie Julia Chow? Okay, we've got, wait, what's it? Oh, there's four popcorns. 4 pops of corn. Okay, and then there will be a chain, and then there will be a double crochet. You have no anything I want. Okay, so I can make it the Mediterranean diet. We could have olives and feta cheese. We will make an avatar out of the Mediterranean diet. You would approve. What are you supposed to be? Stalk of wheat? American. I can make it all. You could all be bald eagles. You don't want to be bald? You could be a non-balding eagle. A hairy eagle. They probably make those. Is it really? Yeah, it's really. All right. For some reason, it's a full-on extra row. Those colors of the picture, you find them quite disturbing. Oh, this? You mean these colors? I'm presuming that the person was just trying to use up yarn, because they are all quite hideous. See, it's called Spring Garden, so you have to use a really bright yellow green to represent new grass. And then you pair that with really dark colors to represent flowers or something. Well, on the plus side, we have a much better representation here. Yet again, though, I don't feel like this is very square.
Here is our dear little old friend, the chicken.
Chicken, thank you. We have a GG emote now. I'm just saying. Thank you. Thank you. Be like, no G's for you. 0 G's. Perfect. Yes, thank you. Q does not approve. Q is watching you all the time. Wait a minute. No, that's not supposed to be part of this. Even, especially when you sleep. If you can sleep knowing that he's watching you. How did this happen? Yeah, not anymore. There we go. Somehow that little bit of yarn that I chopped off with the knot in it got entangled with the yarn I was using. Oh man. Good times. Okay, so we're done with the square. I guess here, let me keep the square out. It only took 30 minutes. That yarn needs some loving. Okay. We're finished. We're done with the. We're done. We finished. We're done with the collar. I was trying to knit up an example, a short thing to do the Kitchener stitch, but I somehow have botched it because the stitches are twisted. So I think we need to start over. Either that, or I just go with it and I knit one more row. And oops, no, I just botched it there too. All right, no, we're starting over here. Okay. So what we're going to do here, again, we've got the yarn, or we've got the collar is done. The collar is done. We've got the two sides knitted, right? And we're all done. And now we're supposed to do the Kitchener stitch to graft them together and basically seal it off, and that's the tip of the collar. Excuse me. I did that down here, but it did not go well. I don't think the tension looked good, and I somehow got off on my stitch count. So I want to do a practice. I want to create a practice Kitchener thing to do, and practice the Kitchener stitch before we do it for reals on the collar. So we're gonna cast on 40 stitches, splitting it 20-20, and then I'm gonna knit those a little bit, and hopefully I won't twist the stitches this time. And then we're gonna Kitchener them. So we should be able to do that in the next 2 hours. Again, I've got choir practice tonight, and as much as I don't want to go, I really should go. So, assuming that once I get outside, I can actually get out of my driveway. I should be able to get out of my driveway, but I have now not driven for like a week and a half. And there is still ice everywhere, so we shall see. Now, at that point, if I can't make it out, I'm not going to start up stream again. What I'll likely do is I'll just read manga offline. And, do whatever. Otherwise, we'll probably read manga tomorrow. What I basically did yesterday for the manga was that I read Azumanga Daioh, and then when I got to Akira, basically everything was dead. So I just shut down the stream. And then I read Akira and Jujutsu Kaisen offline. So if you want to see either of those, you've got to go look at them on YouTube. Hey, Pacific Keystone, how are you doing? Oh, you watched the VOD for Azumanga? Nice, thank you. We're on the last chapter now. We're on the last chapter. Well, it's 2 parts, but we're on the final segment for Azumanga Daioh. Speaking of, if you haven't voted, we're running a vote. I've got the vote up on YouTube and I've got the vote up on Twitch.
Hello there.
We're voting for the next series after Akira. After Akira. We know we're going to be reading Wonder Cat. We're reading the Wonder Cat after Azumanga Daioh. So this will be our cute slice of life comic after Azumanga Daioh. But we've got maybe 10, 11, 12, 13 more episodes of Akira left. And we will be reading it when we're done. Or we'll be reading whatever. Well, you know, I do own a veto. I do own a veto, so we will see. So go vote, please. If you have not already done so. And if you have done so, thank you. Voting as we speak. All right, I'm watching the voting tallies. Oh, but you think you had voted? Well, right. If you voted, you'll see one of the at least one of the icons highlighted. You gotta vote. All right, you got like a week or two, but don't delay. You did. Okay. The way the voting works is you can basically vote for all of them if you want. That just doesn't do anything. That's 30. You'll write it if the teacher manga doesn't win. I've got that manga coming in. It should be in a couple days. I will take a look at it. If I don't think I can read it on stream, then we won't do it. But I won't know until I take a look at it. And then I'll just pick the next highest vote. Then you'll peepo right? Peepo go right ahead. Rigged! Okay, so that should be 40. Hers mentioned snow and ice earlier when you just joined. Oh yeah. Yeah, we got snow and ice everywhere. I took a picture walking home to show like how bad it is here. So walking home, they took, so this is the sidewalk. So the sidewalks are clear and the roads are clear, but they piled up all of the ice just on the median in between. So that's going to be there forever. Like it's terrible. And you can kind of see what I mean about the snow just gets like browner and yellower from all the dog pee. And then you get the poop starting to collect on it too from the dogs. This one's a little bit urine free, but yeah. Well, so that's a week and a half old at this point, because we've just yesterday was really our first day above freezing. You're eating. I'm sorry. Snow cone. And we're about to get swamped again with like freezing weather. So we somehow made it up to like 38 today. So again, stuff is melting slightly, but like, look, over the next couple days, we're at freezing. We have a chance for snow tomorrow or on Friday, which is no good. Then we get down to like, oh wait, this is reversed. Hold on. Can't you read backwards? And then we get, look at this. We get down to 12 again. And 12. And then finally next week, Tuesday, we get up to 42. We get sustained 42. That's how bad it is here. And finally, the low is like freezing. And we get rain. This might actually be the best thing. Hope you're not eating chocolate mousse. No poop and piss pictures. You had snow in your area all last weekend, but it's now melted because it warmed up. Oh, see, you're lucky. That's normally what happens here. Normally we have, it snows and then like it warms up and it rains or something and it goes away. This is the first time in a long time that it snowed and then it stayed below freezing for over a week. And so it's been a nightmare. Because they didn't plow well. And then it all froze. And then they had to go out again after like a few days of realizing, oh shit, this isn't going to get better, with crews to remove the ice chunks like you just saw. It's been pretty bad. Anyway. Yes, Japanese trained you to read from right to left. You have no problem. Pas de problème. Oh man. Okay. Anyway, that's our horrible weather for the next February. Okay. So I'm supposed to do we knit first. Last week you drove in a snowstorm to pick up an item off Facebook Marketplace. Oh, but it was worth it. Well, that's good. Man, I hate driving in snowstorms. What did you end up getting, if you don't mind sharing? Three. Eight. 9. Oh, the life-size Gardevoir plush. Wow, okay. I imagine that must be pretty big. I mean, life-size Gardevoir. I could see someone getting that and then thinking like, I don't have space for this. Like, imagine getting like a life-size Snorlax. You're like, oh my gosh. Well, that's pretty cool. Where do you put something like that? Maybe don't say. Plush is about 160 centimeters. Holy crap, that is a lot of centimeters. Now I have to ask, and you don't have to answer, but that doesn't sound like something you randomly run across and they're like, I should get this. So is that something you've been wanting to get for a while? And you're like, here it is. Okay, I think I do this. Also kind of fortunate that, I don't know how far you had to drive, but even the fact that it was kind of close. Oh, we got ads starting in about a minute. We'll have about 3 minutes of ads. Yeah, okay, you were looking all last month and everyone on eBay was scalping. Boo. Only got lucky as a girl was selling hers on Facebook for a good price. Alright, nice. Well, congrats. Damn scalpers ruin everything. Oh, you had to drive 5 hours? Nice. Hey. Did you get to make a stop anywhere and see something fun? Like if you were driving in the US, inevitably you would pass a place that says like home of the world's largest ball of twine, or home of the world's largest wooden rocking chair, or home of the world's largest frying pan. And it would be in this little podunk town, and it would be the stupidest thing ever, but it would be totally worth going to see. Hey, Electricote, thank you for the lurk. Hope you're doing well. Oops. Okay. What is not twisted here? Is this right here? That looks right. You should delete your IG so you don't get follow requests from PhD applicants? Oh no. That's the worst. Awkward. Yeah, it's not weird, it's awkward. Like, oh, You didn't say anything wacky? The only thing that was wacky would have been the folks seeing Gardevoir in the back seat of the car. You should have had Gardevoir in the passenger seat, right? And like, do you have HOV, like high occupancy vehicle? Pretending like it's another passenger? That would have been good. How? I guess this is right. Ugh. Oh, we're done with the ad break. I completely missed it. Okay, I keep doing something just not right here. Like, I don't understand how this is supposed to go. You don't know how to send it? You can put it on Discord. If you had exclamation Discord. Oh, did I lose a stitch too? I lost a stitch. Ugh. There we go. I'm trying to think of where it would be good to put it. You just put it in general. We don't have a Pokemon channel. Could be the art channel. Oh boy. There we go. Ha 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 ha. That is huge. That's awesome. Well done. Who's your friend? That's hysterical. Congratulations. Oh, there we go. Way to say hi. That's Pacific Keystone. Oh, wait. Holy crap. Check it out. Hey, Dynamic, welcome back. How'd it go? Wow. That's huge. That's amazing. You got a great collection here. A nice Lucario too. Awesome. That's amazing. Are the other ones on the desk? Is that Delta Rune? They look familiar, but I can't place them. Interview went super well, and like mid-interview they were like, you have all the qualities we're searching for, but you won't like working here. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna ask your go ask your current boss for a raise. Meanwhile, with your authorization, I'll pass your CV along to the head boss of the laundromat for hospitals. Because she's your close friend and you'll tell her you need a job. Hey, I mean, you didn't get the job, but you may have a job. Yeah, I know that's a little sketchy. I mean, it's nice if someone recognizes like, hey, you're good, but you're not gonna like this. This was like a food processing plant, wasn't it? Like the beer place. Rouge the Bat, Luna from Hell of a Boss. Oh, okay, that's the one that looks kind of familiar. And Fuwawa VTuber from Hololive. Okay, I'm not familiar with that. Nice. Okay, cool. Elite is the lead. Yeah, the alcohol, the distillery. Boozy Daiwick. That's right. So R.I.P. Daiwick beer. the dream of having the beer called Daiwick is gone. I mean, I'd be curious what you'd be doing at a laundromat. Because, I don't know, doing laundry all day. I guess Google Drive is resetting. Being at a laundromat all day and doing laundry doesn't sound any, I think I'd rather be at a distillery all day making beer or bottling beer. whatever the job there was. What was the job at the brewery? Like, what would you actually have been doing? You currently work at a laundromat? I thought you were working with like what do you call it? Hospital care stuff. Or is that for doing the laundry? Oh, okay. You are in a new, got it, okay. I am now up to speed. Okay, so they recognize like, hey, you might just want to change a location. Okay, yeah, I've like totally butchered. Well, maybe not. Maybe this is fine. I'm always like this, man. I'm like, oh, this is terrible forever, and then like, oh, it's okay. Burb. You just posted some of your art in the art channel? Hey, nice. Thank you. You got way more. Well, at least share some of your Azumanga drawings. Oh, nice. Oh, fun. Yeah, let me get through this row and take a look. Oops. Okay. Hey, nice. Good old Yomi, surrounded by snacks. Nice. Nice photobomb here. Very nice. Is that like animal Chio? Is that supposed to be Chio? Wait. Or are these other characters then? Chuda. Oh, it's Osaka. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's her eyes. Osaka is a puppy. Very nice. And other work. Oh, very cool. This looks like is this a particular character? Is this like a... This reminds me of like a Shantae character. But it's probably like I'm just crossing my brain cells. Nice. Awesome curls. Much more stylish than me. Oh, thank you. Very cool. Do you have a particular genre that you prefer? For drawing or anything? Okay, you know what? We're going to... This is... Pretty sure this is like horribly wrong. Oh, Dysgia. Okay, yeah. I played one of those a long time ago. Dysgia was one of the first games that was like RPG with crazy numbers. Like crazy damage numbers and things like that. I just vaguely recall that. Which was novel at the time. There had been a slow number creep during the role-playing game generations, right? It was like, in the early days, you know, 100 damage plus was like, ooh, 100 damage. And then by the Super Nintendo era, it was like 9999. 9,999 was like, oh, that's the max. And then Dysgia came along and it was like hundreds of thousands of damage or millions of damage. Like, okay, we've broken open that broken open the limit of damage. You enjoy drawing anime and furry art also. Oh, nice. Well, hey. As I often say, I am not a furry, but I am of the furry persuasion, since my my alternate persona is this guy. Actually, this is one form of, where's the other form? Hold on. I'll worry about it later. My coach persona. Yeah, I think we talked about that. From Monster Prom. All right. I guess I'll do a couple more rows here. And then we'll try the Kitchener. I don't like it. Okay, so okay, is that lined up? That's lined up. You're definitely a furry. Nice. Okay. You have a fursuit. Oh, hey, nice. It didn't used to be, though, when you were younger, very anti-furry, but it all changed when you became friends with furries during COVID. Ah! It fell down the pipeline. Well, there you go. You know, the right time, the right place. You find your people. Well, that's cool. Any particular furry persuasion? We've got at least 2 circles that occasionally drop by. And I know because they have Circle in their name. As an artist, you saw there are all personas, yeah, and you was like, well, maybe I could create my, yeah, right. You fell in the trap. Oh, I see. Perfect. Well, it's good to be able to like make your own stuff. At least drawing. Oh. It's like Steam is having a mini sale or something going on. I'm not sure what. It's also good to be able to connect on like your own platform or with like people in your community. That's one thing that used to be near impossible, is like trying to find people that shared interests. Back in the day before the internet. You also like the Pokemon stuff way before knowing all of them. You had the ones where you thought were waifu material, like Gardevoir. That's right, furry in denial. That's the sign. The sign. Welcome back, Daioh. Was laundry. Furry on the inside. You can call it that. Furry on the inside. Laundry with Daioh. Today we'll be cleaning the lint trap. I like to collect the lint from the lint trap. And then I put it in a box and save it for later. You called your mom? Okay, very nice. Hi Daioh's mom. I always wanted to stream you working at the laundry. But hey Sheepo!
How many night walks did you do today?
It's the curling master.
Pancake.
Pancake. Welcome on in. How is the painting? It's the painting master. Look in awe at how she has no paint on herself, but only where she chooses to put paint. Gonna lurk, Red has hijacked your PC. Okay, thank you. Hey, if you're not already playing Sheepo, shame on you. Please click on that heart icon. Check out the next stream. Usually sculpting, and currently sculpting the most adorable sculpture of dogs that she has done, including like their toys and stuff. It's very cute. You can watch. As much as she says she hates painting, she really loves it deep down. And also a big fan of curling, apparently. I saw the video that Otz shared. That was very sad. If you missed it, there was a big curling fail today, apparently. Like painfully, like, ooh. But at the same time, right, it's ice. Ice happens. Tony Otter. Yes, truly. Painting is her passion. So much passion. So much passion you can barely stand it. Did someone die? No, but they probably want to die. Yeah, lurk. Thank you. Don't let Red install viruses on your computer. No, stop. The viruses are very compelling. They want to be installed. But you must refuse. Well, welcome on in, everyone. Again, we're doing some knitting here. I'm doing a little tiny piece to get some practice done on this particular type of stitch that I feel that I failed. I feel like I failed this the last time, so we're gonna make a practice piece, and then hopefully I will do better. Although it's taking me more to make the practice piece than it will to practice with the practice piece, so that's not great. Oh, my first introduction to anime or manga. Let's see. I don't know. It's been a long time, right? I mean, it was probably American translated, right? So like Voltron. What else were some of the really early shows that were translated from Japan in like the 80s? Voltron would have been the big one. G-Force, which probably very few people know nowadays. Korn would know G-Force. Yeah, a wee tiger cub. Many decades ago. What else were some early... Anyway, so most of the exposure was through anime, translated anime. I think the first like adult well, not adult, but the first like other like serious series I watched was Galaxy Express 39. which also was like a 90s, 80s, 90s series, which we read on the stream last year. And it just kind of ballooned from there because I didn't get into reading Japanese and learning Japanese until probably about, say, 25 years ago. And at the time, I did simple things like early on when I was learning Japanese, I bought Pokemon Silver in Japanese. I still have that cartridge. And I bought some other games in Japanese. Like when the Game Boy Advance first came out, I bought the Japanese version because it came out first. This is back in the day when they didn't do global release. They like released it in Japan first and then in the US. I bought the Japanese Game Boy Advance and I bought a bunch of games in Japanese. And I kind of learned through that. Then like seriously with manga, I'm trying to remember really what I did first. I think One Piece was one of the early ones that I picked up. And I don't remember when I stumbled across Yotsuba. And when I stumbled across that in relation to Azumanga Daioh. But I do recall like Nichijou. I definitely found Nichijou in the early days of Nichijou. So it was kind of by the, like, say the mid 2000s, 2005, where I was really starting to buy and read a lot of manga. Death Note. I got a trip to Japan. I ended up buying a bunch of Death Note manga while I was in Japan, like at the airport, that sort of a thing. So it just kind of snowballed from there. Yeah. So I didn't really start until about 25 years ago, but Azumanga Daioh was in the earlier category. Which, looking back, it's not an easy series to read because there's so much. There's no furigana, so that makes it harder. And then there's so much that's just cultural or strange jokes. You've got Osaka speaking in Kansai Ben, which is very confusing still. Anyway. And the same goes for Yotsuba as well, right? Yotsuba is not an easy series to read. It's a great educational series to read because it's so cultural. It's really a nice slice of life. And if you really want to see what sort of like normal life is like or whatever, it at least gets you a little bit of a snapshot at that. But at the same time, the language isn't any easier. Yotsuba gets like crazy sometimes. So can confirm 5 decades. Fun fact, 4chan was created as a result of Azumanga Daioh. Oh, really? Because it was originally a forum for discussing the show before branching out to other topics. Really? Wow. That's crazy. I had wondered, I mean, at some point Yotsuba became like a 4chan thing because she has like four tufts of hair. But it was also probably because of the manga focus. Huh. Hey, Lunapath. Talking about hell of a boss? Yeah, the Pacific Keystone has a hell of a boss plushie. I don't watch it, and I have not seen Has-Been, but where is it? Oh, you've got a dog. You've got a dog named Winston? Sure, Misfire's dog is named Winston. What are the coincidences? That's crazy. He's adorable. Where was oh. Pacific Keystone had gone great lengths to pick up this life-size Gardevoir. And they have the plushies over here. So there you go. Is Has Been Hotel still being produced? Weren't they like recently going to have a new season or something? You like browsing Tuchan, Futaba? What's the focus for Tuchan? Okay, they just had season 2. All right, I thought I had heard that. Where does that air on Cartoon Network or something? I haven't watched like Cartoon Network in ages. Or is that kind of like a... Ooh. Okay, no, that's right. Oh, it's Amazon Prime. And oh, Helluva. Okay, Helluva's just on YouTube. Just like Porchan, just multiple topics. Okay. I never was in the Chan world. Number Chan. All right. I think we finished this row and we'll have our setup for the Kitchener. It definitely has its rougher sides. You stick to the anime boards or car related stuff. Okay. It used to be in the news. It seems like it used to be in the news a lot more about like viral meme generation. They probably still are, but it feels like it's gotten swamped out by all the other madness. There's old websites that, like, sometimes I'm just like, is that still around? Like, is FARC still around? There used to be a website called FARC. Okay. This is probably good enough. I don't think I really need to do any more. We just want to get enough to get a sense of like getting stuff for the Kitchener. So I lost a stitch somewhere along the way, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. 10, 16, 20, 21. Okay, somehow I ended up with 21. I swear if I have 19 on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9, 10. I do. I have 19 on here somehow. I just can't win. Okay, you know what? We will... we will do a switch and even it up. I don't know, I thought I had 40 stitches, and yet somehow I thought I dropped one. Definitely home to a lot of memes still. Yeah, okay, Reddit and TikTok flushed out a lot of Chan stuff, okay. Hot dog. Have I ever used Nico Dolga? No. I actually don't use a lot of Japanese websites, if that is a Japanese website. Largely it's just a time thing. That does sound kind of familiar. I think I'm thinking of something else. There was like, there used to be a long time ago like a Japanese website that was sort of like a Facebook, but you had to be invited to it. There was theoretically a reason to want to have an account, but I don't even remember what it is anymore. It really wasn't important. Japanese YouTube. Maybe that's it. Maybe that was it. Japanese just use YouTube now, yeah. Okay. This is a little bit awkward because the needles really want to skew. But I guess we can try our best here. I should have 10 and 10 stitches. Or 20 and 20 stitches. Let's check this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 20, okay. Actually, back in like 2008 or so, I did a lot of Japanese auction. So the Yahoo auctions. And I bought a bunch of junk through Japan, through the auction house that way. A variety of stuff. I bought like an autographed picture of Spike from Cowboy Bebop. I got a silver tea kettle. I got a bunch of manga, a bunch of CDs, music CDs. Stuff that would probably be easier to get now, but you know, 20, 30 years ago with the internet just coming online, importing stuff was still kind of difficult, and there were like little places where you could do it, and it was sometimes easier to go through other sources. So I went through Yahoo Japan, Yahoo auctions. You sometimes watch on Bitty. Not sure if that's a pun on Nico Nico. Because they don't delete copyrighted Japanese t-shirt. Oh, nice. Okay. Bitty. Where is that? Bitty. This is interesting. It's LI. It's not Japanese, clearly. You use Bilibili too? You speak you speak Chinese. Wow, nice. Your favorite website for watching anime is Chinese. Okay. Yeah. You can tell because it's got an L in it. Interesting. Western laws don't apply. That's right. Okay. Do we try to give this a go again? Beep boop like robot sounds. Oh, okay. Bitty. Billy. Okay, I want... Do.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Your surprise coffee, is that you didn't know it's like robot sounds? Or is that your surprise robot? Why not both? Yeah, there we go. Say that in robot. Fabric Fox, how are you doing? Hello. I am looking for videos. Je cherche les vidéos. Okay. Kitchener stitch left-handed. All right. For true lefty knitters. What the fuck is this supposed to mean? Are there like fake lefty knitters? I haven't even started the video and I'm already like an asshole. You might have 4 projects going on now. Congratulations. What might you have going on now? The French will lead you to the Japanese content. Oui, oui.
Hello, knitters. This is Jessica, the lefty knitter with Knit Chats.
She's just a lefty knitter. She's not a true lefty knitter.
I'm here to show you how to Kitchener left. I have your in the round 2 swatches yarn. Slip this 3 where we have yarn or stitch. Front of your the yarn per knit wide. Why do go as if it's my working yarn?
Hi, Kaz. How are you doing? You're knitting a sweater. Hey, congratulations. How's it coming along? You consume your manga in Chinese. Oh, really? Okay. Mostly because you prefer to consume media in that language, but also you feel the translations are closer to the original Japanese. Okay. Probably. A shawl, t-shirt. Wait, a shawl, a t-shirt. Yeah, wait, t-shirt, yarn, bath mat, sweater, and washcloth. T-shirt, yarn, bath mat. What's... You're making a bath mat out of yarn from a t-shirt? You just cast it on. Hey, congratulations. What kind of yarn are you using?
That we need to do. We need to purl into the front. So you go into the first loop on the front needle,
okay.
Purlwise.
Yes, so you purl on.
Then you enter the back needle,
Purl.
first stitch on the back needle, knitwise.
What?
And you leave both of these on. We're securing them, we're anchoring them down. For the first stitch on the front needle, and
Oh, crap. What just happened?
needle. Put the needle in front. The back needle, first stitch on the back needle, both of these on. We're securing them, we're anchoring them down. For the first stitch on the front needle, you enter knitwise, and you go ahead and you take it off. To secure, then we enter the front purlwise to secure the next stitch. And we leave it on the needle because we've gone through purlwise. On the back needle then, we enter purlwise. And remember, we can take it off now because we enter purlwise. And remember, we can take it off now because the fabric facing me is all purl bars. And then we enter the next stitch, its neighbor, knitwise, and move it on. In the front, knitwise, and we take it off. The neighbor we secure purlwise and move it on.
So she goes ahead and does those together.
Working yarn, you need this waste yarn. It'll be your working yarn to go over the needles, because then it'll completely mess up your kitchen.
Okay, sorry. Okay, yeah, yarn from a t-shirt. Huh. Hey, Jamie Farmer, how's it going? Yeah, we're looking at Kitchener videos. So one thing that's different with this one is she started this differently. It's not critical, but she started... She said to anchor it down.
My waste yarn in, as if it's my working yarn. I honestly probably have an excess right now, but that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and set it up. We have a couple of setup stitches that we need to do. We need to purl.
So she purls the front stitch.
Into the front. So you go into the first loop on the front needle, purlwise. Then you enter the back needle, the first stitch on the back needle, knitwise.
And then knit.
And you leave both of these on. We're securing them, we're anchoring them down. For the first stitch on the front needle, you enter knitwise.
Then
And go ahead and take it off. Then we enter the front
okay.
purlwise to secure the next stitch. And we leave it on the needle because we've gone through purlwise.
Okay.
On the
So
back
that
needle, then,
her start is different.
oops, excuse me, knit off, purl on. In the back, purl off, knit on. In the front, knit off, purl on. And sometimes your yarn really wants to go over the needle, and you just have to correct it. Off, purl on in the front. Purl off.
She's got a very splitty yarn.
On in the back.
You're left-handed, you feel like you were knitting, you just use your right-handed for all the stuff.
And look at that beautiful fabric we're making.
Okay, so she didn't say much about tension. I guess that looks okay.
I hope this tutorial was helpful for you.
And she doesn't go into how to end it.
Or if you have any further.
Well, there's the Mokos. Go follow the Mokos if you're not following the Mokos already. That's a really annoying music. Oh my gosh. Four times as long! See, I think I did like 3 the first time. Or maybe it was barely 4. More coffee? It could be. Use Brave too. Yeah, I started using Brave just to avoid the YouTube ads. Although now I have YouTube Premium, so it doesn't matter.
Hello there.
Tadakichi? Okay, now this person is starting with the pearl and going back to the knit. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I need to mute this music.
Knit stitch. I'm going to go in knitwise. This looks like a purl stitch. I'm going to go in purlwise. So I'm going to move back to the front needle here. I've gone in the first stitch one time here. I'm going to work into back and forth between the needles from front needle to back needle and working across at the same time. To begin, bring the tapestry needle through the first stitch on the front needle purlwise. So I'm going through purlwise, which is opposite the way this stitch looks. This looks like a knit stitch to me, but I'm bringing it through purlwise. Here I'm going to leave a tail that I can weave in later. I'll move that tail out of the way. Now I'm going to move to the back needle. These look like purl stitches. I'm going to go into the first purl stitch knitwise, as if to knit, and pull that needle through, pull that tapestry needle through. But you'll notice that I'm not dropping that stitch off the needle yet. Make sure the yarn goes around behind that front needle. As I work across, I'm going to work into each of these purple stitches 2 times. The first time I work into it, I'm going to work opposite the way it looks. So that looked like a knit stitch. I went into it purlwise. The second time I work into each stitch, I'm going to insert the needle the way the stitch looks to me. So this looks like a knit stitch. I'm going to go in knitwise. This looks like a purl stitch. I'm going to go in purlwise. So I'm going to move back to the front needle here. I've gone in the first stitch one time and the back stitch one time. Now I'm going back into the stitches on the front needle and go into this first stitch knitwise and drop the stitch off. Staying on the front needle, I'm going into the next stitch purlwise because that's opposite the way it looks. Now I can pull that through. I'm leaving that stitch on the needle because I've only been through it once. Moving to the back needle, I'm going into the first stitch purlwise and drop it off, and then the next stitch knitwise, but leave it on. Give a little tug to make that tighter. I don't want these stitches too tight at this point. Moving back to the front needle, I'm going into this stitch knitwise, drop it off, and then into the next stitch purlwise, but leave it on. Pull the yarn through. Back needle, next stitch purlwise, drop off, knitwise, leave it on. So I'm working pairs of stitches in the front and pairs of stitches in the back. I'm going to do a few more and then I'm going to stop and show you what's happening. So I finished with my back needle. If I get interrupted at some point, I may forget where I am, but I know I'm working in pairs and I can see the yarn is coming out of the stitch on the back needle. So I know it's time to move to the front needle. I've been through this stitch before, so I'm going to go into it knitwise, which is the way it looks. Then purlwise into the next one, but leave it on because I've only been through it once. Pull the yarn through, then purlwise off, knitwise, leave on. And I can continue doing this across, but let me stop for a minute and make sense of what we've been doing. You can see that I have some yellow stitches here, but they're not quite the right tension. I haven't pulled them tightly enough. I don't want to pull them too tight. I'm trying to match the tension of the purple stitches. I'm not trying to bring the purple stitches together. I'm actually adding a row of stitches with the yellow. Let me do a few more so you'll really be able to see it.
So it would,
Wisely drop off.
one thing there is it would probably be better to knit looser and then do what she just did, which is then pull the tension later every few stitches to match up. Because I think what I tended to do was I pulled too tight. And then you're sort of stuck.
Purlwise, leave it on. Purlwise off, knitwise on. I'm going to do a few more stitches. Every few stitches, come back and adjust your tension. So I'm going to use my tapestry needle here to tighten up the stitches across, working from the beginning across to where I am now. And I'm trying to match the tension or match the gauge of the stitches around it, not pulling them too tight. I don't want to wait till the end of the row to do this because for one thing I'll run out of yarn, and for another it's just harder to do as you get more and more yarn. As you work across, if you run out of yarn, just cut another length and continue working, then go back and weave in the ends in the middle of the row.
Don't run out of yarn.
You'll begin to develop a rhythm and not have to think about it so much once you get used to that rhythm. You can always stop and check and make sure that you are getting stockinette stitches across and you haven't actually accidentally put your needle in the wrong way and started getting something you weren't expected. If that happens, just go ahead, take them out stitch by stitch, put your stitches back on the needle, and try again. As you finish, you'll have 2 stitches left, and you'll want to go through the front stitch and the back stitch one more time, knitwise in the front stitch, and then purlwise in the back stitch. Take some time to adjust those stitches so that the tension is just right all the way across. You can always pull some of the stitches a little tighter or even loosen them if you need to. If you pull it too tightly, just give a tug before you weave in the ends. When you've finished grafting, you've created another row of knit stitches across using your tapestry needle. If you use the same color as your knitting, it will be completely invisible.
If you'd like more instruction like this, subscribe to my...
Wait, so I wish I could zoom in. Why does it... What's going on with the knitting here? I get this like row seems weird. Like I see the V here, but then it's like, well, okay, where's the V here? It's like more like the... Oh, I see what's going on. It's just a resolution. Wait a minute. Oh, this is high definition? Really? Hey, ball and chain. Yeah, well, that's what I'm... Well, I mean, it's not invisible because the color, but even the stitches, I think it's just a visual goofiness going on with the way, like, for instance, this looks like a continuous row, but it is there. This is a line. This is a V. That's a V. But it just the way the angle looks. It's it makes it look goofy. So it doesn't. For whatever reason, the left side of these V's look dead. I don't know why that's the case. Again, maybe it's the angle of the yarn in the camera light. So it really looks disjointed, which is unfortunate. What are we making? We're making a this polo shirt. We're making this polo shirt, and we're on the collar. We're on the collar for the shirt. Right? So this is going to be the part around the neck. And we've made the collar. It's 2 pieces, and we're going to be sewing it together. But we have to use this join stitch to do so. And I did the same thing down here with the neckband, and I did not do it properly. And so I'm just trying to make sure like I really understand how to do this. Almost looks like she put the top piece inside. I think it is a trick of the eye. It's just a funny thing that's going on with this. This is a pretty good video. Oh, come on. Oh, that's right. No, I'm not searching there. Let's look at one more. I want to get this right. We made a little practice
today we're going
piece.
to talk about how to do a left-handed.
Wow, that's loud.
So this is an Ethan sock, Ethan ankle sock, and I've just completed it, and I'm handed. And so we are going to go in. This is to start with, right? The first stitch is going to go from the back into the front. Pull through, and then we're going to go back here, and we're going to go again back into the front, but it's going to be through the back leg like this. Okay? Now we're going to come back up to the front. Front to back, slide it off, and then back to front. Okay? Now I like to put my finger here so that the yarn doesn't wrap around the needles. Not necessary. It's just
Is something flashing?
makes my life a little easier. And this one goes front to back, right? Because the last time we went back back to front. So this time we're going to go front to back. And
This is a terrible video.
just slide that up there. Okay. Now we're going to repeat what we just did. Front to back, off the needle, back to front. And then
Everyone else was using the terminology knitwise and purlwise, which makes sense. Back to front, when you're talking about left side and right side, makes 0 sense.
back to front, front to back.
I mean, it's really the way the needle has to go in,
What
but
you just did on one side, you're going to do on the other.
it's not a great use of term. Whatever.
Then we get it back. Go. For you. Children are thing. Oh, back to front. Just like front, right? We're gonna do just the first, so it's front to back, back to front, and that's it. And then
What is there some sort? What is this flashing?
back to front.
What is that? Do you?
Back to front. And that's it.
Is it a camera
Now,
taking pictures?
there's no seam. There'll be no seam on the inside. And that is how you left-handed
Yeah.
Kitchener stitch the toe of your sock. I hope this was helpful for you. If you're looking for Ethan's sock pattern, which is this one, which has
Okay, well, this other video was better. This was shorter, but yeah, no, it was happening multiple times. I'm like, what is that? And then it just was getting worse at the end. Yikes. Okay, yeah, no, let's close that. Okay, slow motion Kitchener stitch. Slow mo. All right. You literally said out loud before I pointed out, you think I'm tired or something? That was weird. I'm seeing it on 2 screens, so I was getting like flashes from both directions. Like, what? What is this? I was trying to figure out whether it was like a cut scene. You know, like, oh, they had to cut and stop. But no, it was seamless. It was just a flash. Like, oh my goodness. Okay, well, you know what? We've got time. Let's try to give it a go. All right, so we want about 4 times. Oops. Oh, you had a final interview. Hey, congratulations. When do you find out? Yeah, right. I mean, that's always a possibility. Just be like, brain not work. Brain done for day. Goodbye. Oh, congratulations. Already got the offer and accepted. That's awesome. Congrats. Oops, hold on a second. There's like an... That's awesome. Yeah, when do you start? With it doxing, it's in the music field. Oh, nice. Congratulations. Next week. Oh, very cool. Wow, that's fast. And huge. Congratulations. Okay, so they started with a pearl in the front. And then a knit in the back. Okay, so that's already like not correct. Okay, there we go. A knit in the back. And then we're gonna knit off and purl. There's a conference next week. Oh, okay. Otherwise it probably wouldn't have been so quick. Okay, I see. Yeah, that's great news. Jobs in the music field too can just be really rough. I've got a lot of music friends that are usually like trying to audition somewhere or find stuff, and it can be brutal. Driving somewhere for auditions or whatever. Okay. And then we're gonna purl off and knit. Okay. Then we're gonna knit this off. Whoops. Purl. Okay, I already have goofed up. I think. This one's pretty neat. Hey, even better. Do I listen? I do not listen to Japanese music. I have like some anime soundtracks, but I do not routinely. I listen to video game music and classical music pretty much. Okay, yeah, I already made a mistake. Okay, so I'm pretty much gonna have to do this off stream. I can't be doing this while I'm like trying to have conversations. That's pretty clear. Like I just removed a stitch that I should have removed. And this is just practice, which is fine. But I think that's pretty conclusive. This is not something I need to be doing while I'm like trying to multitask. So now I don't know, like, should I start over? Okay, then we're gonna purl off. And I just lost the thread. Yeah. Well, there was a stitch on the needle that I'm like, was that a wraparound or is that supposed to be there? And I thought it was a wraparound, so I took it off, and I think it was supposed to be there. And I feel like I just lost another stitch off the needle. I'm pretty sure I just lost a stitch. Yep, there it goes. Oh, maybe not. Oh no, I'm further back than I thought I was. Sorry, I'm looking at the bot. Oh, yeah, there's where I lost my thread. Oh, okay. I missed it. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, no, I've totally butchered this at this point. Yeah, I've just totally butchered this at this point. I've dropped stitches twice now. There's these huge holes. Ooh, tacos, nice. It would be nice to get one row right. No, it's supposed to be a knit. Knit off. Purl. Okay, and then purl off. And knit. Okay. Okay, that's better. All right, so we're gonna purl off. Knit. And then knit off. And purl. Purl off. And knit. Knit off and purl. Purl off and knit. Knit off. Ooh, stay on. Knit off. And purl. Okay. Purl off. And knit. Okay, so it's very easy for that back stitch to fall off at this point. So we gotta watch that. And then this knit off feels like it's getting weirder and weirder. Okay, so if we take a quick look at what we got so far, which is hard because the needles are in the way. So, this is a good example where the gauge got off. It's too tight here. So it looks as though it's like off. Wait, this is like impossible. With these needles. Like, I don't see how you would do, I don't see how I would do this. Okay. Let's see if we can finish this off. I've done the purl. So now we're gonna purl off and knit. Maybe I just need to be careful not to pull too hard. And then worry about tightening the gauge later. Because so far I appear to have just gone too tight. Like I'm pulling too much, apparently. I'm going to knit that off and then purl. This is where this stitch really wants to come off. Purl off, knit, there goes that stitch, really wants to slide off. Okay. No, that needs to be a knit. Knit off. Purl. Okay. Purl. Oh my gosh. Wait, what just happened there? Oh no, come on. Alright, I totally dorked that up. I don't know how. Alright, well that just screwed that up somehow. This is so fucked up. I'm at a loss. This is really bad. It's so small. I can't see what's going on. It's very frustrating. Like, what happened here? I guess these stitches are too tight? Okay, well, I mean, I got some amount of success for a few rows. For a few rows, I joined it together okay. And then it just shit the bed. Shit the bed at the beginning, dropped a bunch of stitches. At the end, I have no idea what the fuck happened. But in the middle, managed okay. Like, maybe that stitch. Looks a bit... Okay, so if I can just replicate that across 100 stitches, we'll be fine. No problem. Now, honestly, I was fighting... It's so small. Just the whole thing. I was fighting the needles the whole time. The needles are flying everywhere because the knitting is too small. Now look at this. This is interesting. On the back side, there's a couple like really goofy stitches. I guess if you really pull, you can see where your goofy tension is. And of course, unlike all the practice videos that show a different yarn, it's really hard to tell where your stitch is. Like, there's a goofy stitch here. Or something. Yeah, this stitch is weird. I did something goofy there. What happened there? Okay, see, okay, so yet again, it feels like I've done that a couple times here where this stitch looks odd. What is causing that? Oh, look at that. Like, I've almost got like a reverse of the... Interesting. That's weird. It's almost like I've like somehow shifted it off one row or one column, but like in a weird way. Huh. All right. Man, I do not feel confident. I'm gonna stress too much over like trying to do this. I wonder... See, like, again, it would be really great to know, like, hey, what did I do that made that stitch like that? But, like, now I have no idea. This one in particular has me really annoyed. Like, it looks like it's the wrong way. That did not quite fix it. So, like, was this... Or did that fix it? That may have fixed it a little bit, I don't know. Okay, so I know what caused this problem. I didn't have this problem the first time, although it may have happened without me knowing it or something. This was me dropping the back stitch after I had knitted but left it on. It gets really loose back there, and it's easy to fall off. So that happened a couple times. And then over here, something happened when I was doing one of the stitches, and I just lost like where I was, so I stopped. I mean, I've got the loops here. I could theoretically, we could theoretically try to finish it off. Let's try it. Where's the needle? Oh, shit. It's 37. All right, now I'm going to have to get going. I spent too much time staring at this thing. Yeah, okay. All right, I got to get running. I got to get to choir practice, so thank you everyone for hanging out. If I get back early from choir practice, I may read Azumanga offline and upload it to YouTube. Otherwise, I'll just wait till tomorrow. Oh wow, they haven't been around forever. I wonder what happened to them. Okay. I got it. Since I got to run, I'm just going to run. So thanks everyone for hanging out. I hope you have a good rest of your week here. Again, I'll be on tomorrow. Hopefully we'll start to actually do the real collar. We may try to do another practice. I don't know. If I have an easy way to make a practice, I'll do that. Otherwise we'll just start on the collar and I'll just grouse and complain when it goes badly. So, anyway, I do have to run. So have a good one. Thanks again.